الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي هب لي من الصالحين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. After you get married, everybody has this natural desire that they have children. So, even the husband, they also want that, and the women also want that, and they both make dua for that. Anbiya Karam alayhi salam, they also made dua for that. So one of the prophets, he asked, Rabbi la tadarni fardan wa anta khairul warithin. Somebody asked, Rabbi habli min as-salihin. Sayyidina Zakaria alayhi salam, he continued making dua until his old age. When his hair were grey and the bones had become weak, until then he continued making dua. And the Quran is a witness to that. Rabbi inni wahnal azmu minni. Oh Allah, my bones have become weak. Washta'ala ar-ra'su shayba. Oh Ya Allah, all of my hair have gone white. Walam akum bi du'a'i rabbika shaqiyya. But oh my Rabb, I have not become hopeless in acceptance of my du'as with you. If you want, then you can still give. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his dua, and in that old age Allah ta'ala gave him a son. So this is a very natural want, very natural desire. So we have heard a lot of bayanat in the last few years about taking care of the children, as to how should we bring up a daughter and a boy. So when there are different personalities, different genders, so there are different ways of bringing up boys and girls. In bringing up a girl, you teach them righteousness and modesty. That's more, relatively. And there's a reason for that. Because when a boy he goes astray, then they only call this boy a bad person. They don't say anything to parents. But when a daughter goes astray, then it's not only that girl, but the whole family is, people call the whole family bad. And there is a proof in the Quran for that. Sayyidah Maryam alayhi salam, when Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam was born, and she brought Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam to people, and the people saw that she is a virgin girl, she is bringing a baby. So they said, Ya Maryam, laqad ji'ti shay'an fariya, you have brought an amazing thing. We were not expecting that you will have a child. You are not even married. How did you get a child? Then they did not stop here. They continued talking, and they said, Ya Ukhta Harun, oh sister of Harun, Ma kana abuki imra'asaw wa ma kana ummuki baghiya. Neither your father was an evil man, and also your mother was not an immodest woman. So look, the action was of Maryam alayhi salam's, but brother, mother, father, all were discussed that your father was not an evil man, your mother was not an immodest woman. How did you become immodest? So the whole family is, people point fingers at the whole family. So there's we have to take more care for bringing up daughters. So, but we have to spend efforts for both boys and girls. And Shariat has told the details of that. In Islam, it has taught children respect of the parents. If you look into the other societies of the world, you'll find lots of ups and downs, because they are based on experiences, experiments. So they will experiment and they will experiment the thing, and then the time will tell that was wrong, and then make another decision. So all of these things, man-made laws, they fail with the test of time. So a time came that the kufr, it decided that kids should have freedom of living their lives, and all the time when the parents on top of the head of the children, they should disconnect from them. So they said that if the parents become old, then the government will give them old age homes. They will keep them in old age homes and they will spend on them. So children should not get bothered about their parents, old parents. So the children became absolutely free from parents, and it became so much so that one of our professors, who was a civil engineer professor, he had done engineering from the UK. He said that one of my friends, sometimes I used to go to his office. So one day when he went to his office, so I saw, as his secretary came and he said, "Sir, there is a call for you from the hospital." So our personalities are such that if somebody talks about hospital, we'll be concerned, "Oh, is everything okay?" So he said that I asked my secretary that why. So he said that I asked my friend that why did the call came from hospital. So he said that you don't need to worry. My father was sick. He was hospitalized, and the doctor has just called that he has passed away. So he said that I was amazed that his young boy, he has been given news of the death of his father and he didn't even move. So I asked him, "Alright, let me go because you have to go." He said, No, you don't need to leave because I don't have to go. He said, "Why? You have to take his dead body, you have to give him kafan, you have to bury him." He said, "No, I have called the doctor that I'm busy. He will call a cemetery services, and the cemetery services will take him, he wrap him in the shroud, and they will also bury him. And I have just said to them to send the bill to me and I'll pay the bill." So this is a society that this is the connection between the father and the son, that the son does not even have this much time that he can go to the hospital and look at the face of his father. He says that I've said to the cemetery services or the hospital that they should call cemetery services and I'll pay the bill. 1985, around that time, in Connecticut in America, a mother filed a case against her son. So mother said that my husband has passed away and I live with my young son, and my case is that this son of mine has a pet dog and he spends like 2 to 3 hours every day with that dog. He gives him bath, feeds him, and he will take him outside. 2 to 3 hours he spent with the dog, and I am his mother, and I ask him that you please, you just come to my room for 5 minutes in my room so that I can look at your face, and he doesn't listen to me. So court should give a judgment that he should come to my room so that I can meet with him for 5 minutes for a day. So the son also got a lawyer and the mother also got a lawyer. And the proceedings were shown on the TV. And this case went for like 1 year, and after that the judge gave a judgment that because the dog this boy has kept by himself, that's his responsibility. It takes 3 hours or 5 hours, he has to spend that time and he has to take care of the dog. As far as the old mother is concerned, that's not a liability of the son. If there's any issue with the mother, then the application should be put and the government will put the mother into an old age. We cannot force the son to spend 5 minutes with his mother. So if he goes, if he doesn't go, it doesn't matter. So if this is the connection between the mother and the son, what respect the parents will have in that society? When they saw that the parents are absolutely cut off from their parents, and now so they say to their parents, and you will spend your life, let me spend my life. Then they realize, oh, we made a mistake. We should not have this much freedom. We should not give this much freedom to the children. So there should be a guardian on top. There should be somebody teaching them. So today, these days, in that society of kufr, so they are retelling it to the children that you should treat your parents well, and you should keep a connection, and you should listen to what they have to say. So there is a research. There's something of the son towards his parents. That says you should serve your parents. Don't forget that the parents are getting old. So there is a new law in China that children have to take care of physical and emotional needs of the parents. If they do not visit them that often, they will pay fine and they can go to the jail. So there is a new law in China that if the children don't meet with their parents and they don't keep a connection, they will be fined. They can be fined and they can be put into the jail. In Ukraine, there is a law that the parents can sue their children for financial support. That if the children do not take care of their parents financially, then the parents can actually sue the children and they can take financial support from them. In Japan, which is the fastest aging population, there is a law that has been made that government will help to get the care taken for the parents. So if the children cannot support their parents, then they will go to the government and the government will help them so that they can support their parents. But so this law has now been made that the children has to take care of their parents. So the best companies in Japan these days, they are those companies who supply companions to the old parents. So for 2 hours, for 1 hour, they will book a companion, and the old man, whatever need he has to get done, this companion will come for those 2 hours, 1 hour, and he will get it done. For example, if you can also book that I need to talk to you for 1 hour, so a woman will come just for this thing, and she will have to talk with him for any topic, politics or anything, whatever hobby he has. So after 1 hour, so for example, he's booked for 1 hour, talk for 1 hour, and exactly after 1 hour she'll go. So these companies in Japan, they are the best companies in Japan these days. In France and Germany, there is a new law that government has to take care of the elderly people. The government will take care of the elderly people by themselves. The beauty of Islam is that the Shariat has said that the children, they have been taken care of by the parents when they were small. The parents educated them, took care of them, and they helped them to stand up. So they can never forget about the sacrifices of their parents. And when the children they become old, it is necessary that they should respect them, respect the parents, and they should serve them. And they should take it as an honor to serve their parents. Shariat has said, وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهُرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. You can't even say oof to your parents. And you cannot refuse them. And when you have to talk to them, you have to talk with them politely, with honor, with respect. Just like a slave talks to his master, you should talk to your parents in such a tone. So Shariat has said, Al-Jannatu tahta aqdami ummahatikum, that the paradise is under the feet of your mothers. Why feet are mentioned? Because the feet are the lowest part of the body. If there would have been anything lower than that, possibly that would have been mentioned. So that means that the more you bend down in front of your parents, Shariat will give you that much ajr. This is beautiful Shariat. Prophet ﷺ has said that whoever looks at the face of his parents, mother or father, with love, for every sight, he gets the ajr of an umrah and hajj. Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what have you looked at their face again and again? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that as many times you look at the face of your parents with love, you will get the ajr of an umrah and hajj. Because that's an ibadah, just to look at their face. Just imagine that how much ajr will you get, how much Allah Ta'ala will be happy by serving them. This is what Islam teaches us. So this teaching of Islam is for every time. So Prophet ﷺ has said, the du'as of three people are never rejected. Number one, Mazloom, oppressed. Musafir, traveler. Number three, the dua of a father for his children. Allah Ta'ala never rejects these du'as, always accepts them. Sayyidina Usman radiallahu ta'ala anhu, in his time, Sayyidina Usama radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he has to plant a garden, so he brought like the best seedlings for that I'll put these seeds in the ground and the trees will grow and then I'll get fruits. And for that, he spent like 100 dirhams or dinars. So when he brought all of those seeds, so the mother didn't know. So there were dates. So the mother, she found out that there are dates and she ate them and she liked it. So Sayyidina Usama didn't even tell his mother that this is I brought to plant the seeds, and she ate all of them. She ate all of them, so he didn't even tell his mother that I brought it to plant it. So somebody said, you brought it for 1,000 dinars or dirhams. He said, I'm more pleased that my mother ate it rather than I would plant them. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala, it has come about him that whenever he will go out, he will have to go out of his house. First he will go to his mother and will say salam to her and will tell her that where I'm going, and then he will go. And then when he will come back, the first thing that he will do is go and say salam to his mother and tell her that I've come back. This is how much he will be obedient to her, his mother. Sayyidina Imam Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, he used to respect his mother a lot. Subhanallah. Say, Imam Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, when he was young, he became faqih and everybody would take his fatwa. From 120 Hijri, people will take his fatwa. So he actually sat at the place of his teacher and people will take his fatwa since 120 Hijri. So if the mother has to ask something about a fatwa, she could have asked her son, but there was another alim, faqih, who was elderly faqih. And the mother had respect of that alim in her heart, that he is a big alim and he's an old man. So she will tell the good fatwa. So mother will always tell her son that Nu'man, take me to that alim to ask him some questions. So Imam Hanifa rahmatullah alayh will bring a camel and will make her ride on the camel and will take the camel and will take the camel to that alim, and some students will meet him on his way and they will say, we will take the camel. He said, no, my mother is on the camel, I will take the camel. And once they will reach the faqih, they will knock the door, he'll come out and he will, so Imam Hanifa will tell the faqih that my mother has come to you to ask you of a fatwa. Sometimes the masla will be such that even that alim will not know. So he will ask Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi through ishara that I don't know the answer of this. So Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi will very quietly, slowly will tell him the answer, and that faqih will then tell the answer to the mother. And all his life, that's what happened. And Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah did not tell his mother that, you know what, this masala that you're going to ask him, he asked me of the answer. He just kept quiet just for this very fact that if his mother feels satisfied to ask that alim, let me take her and she will ask him. Ibn Sirin rahmatullah alayhi, Muhammad ibn Sirin rahmatullah alayhi, who has written the book Ta'bir Ruya, his sister, she says that when he would talk to his mother, he would be so slow in his tone that we would be amazed that how can you speak so slow. He never raised his voice in more than the voice of his mother. He would respect her so much. His mother used to like some clothing of a special design and colors. So when Ibn Sirin rahmatullah alayhi, when he got to know that my mother, she likes such clothes, so he will go to he went to the man who would color the clothes, and then he used to color the clothes of his mother by himself so that she wears it and is pleased with that. Baba Farid rahmatullah alayhi, one of the big Shaykh, he had a very soft tone. The way that he will talk, people will love him. Once he said to his mother, when he spoke with his mother, so the mother said, that with the grace of Allah, you will always be sweet like sugar. So the dua of the mother got accepted, that even after his death, we say Baba Farid Shakar, Gan Shakar. Then Allah Ta'ala made his name, we put the sugar, Shakar, part of his name after his death even. Now there is a new research, there is no scientific research, that in the society of Kufr, that how can you serve your parents? We know from Islam, from our deen has taught us that we should keep them with us, we should listen to what they have to say, and we act upon what they have to say, and we should serve them. The more we will keep them happy, we are making Allah Ta'ala happy. But in Kufr, because the environment is different, they have done a research that how can a son serve his father. So first thing, they say that the way that you can serve your father is that you can take an appointment for your father from the doctor. Listen to these points and you will laugh. That this is a way of helping your parents, that they're old, so you can call for them. So because it's difficult for him talking, so you help him by calling the doctor and making an appointment for him. And because in old age there is memory loss, because the memory, people lose memories in old age. So they should eat food with fatty acid, so it's like fish, so that their memory loss can decrease. So and they also should keep their parents updated with technology. So that's their research. So yani you buy an iPhone for your father so that he can use WhatsApp. So another point. So you should keep a connection with his pharmacist. It's a good point. So it's a good point, because they can go and meet any doctor, but they are allowed to take medicine from one pharmacist. So pharmacist knows that which medicines is this old man taking, so you keep a connection with that pharmacist, then you know that what medicines are your parents taking, and you will get to know about that. So one more research is that you should arrange a driver for them. And one research is that you should express your love with your parents. It's a very valid point. The young children, they say that, oh, we love our parents a lot, but love needs expression. The young people, they are not able to express their love. This is wrong. So once Hazrat was reading a book. So Muhammad Sarmad was 2 years of age. He came in the room and he said salam, and Hazrat replied, and he continued reading. After some time he left. So Hazrat thought that he is a kid, that he might be playing outside. After some time he brought his mother and he was crying. So I asked the mother, why is he crying? And the mother said that he came to me and said that my Dada Abu, my grandfather, doesn't love me. So I brought him to you. That how are you saying it? Why did you say that? So Hazrat asked Muhammad Sarmad, why are you saying that? So he said that Dada Abu, I come to you every day, you hug me, you kiss me, and I know that you love me. Today I came to you, you were reading a book, I said salam, you did this reply to me, but you continue reading, so I have a feeling that you don't love me. And a small little kid, even he feels that, why is the other person not expressing his love? So the parents in their old age needed more. So the children should express their love for the parents, and they should say with the tongue that we love you and we respect you. And we should also buy gifts for our parents. Because tahadu tahabu, that by giving gifts, it increases love. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he says that Prophet was sitting and a young man came and he said that I've come for jihad. So Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, do you have parents? He said that I have met with my parents, but there had tears in their eyes when I was departing. So as soon as he said that, Prophet ﷺ said, go back home, and the way that you have left them crying, you should make their hearts happy, that they smile and they become happy. The Prophet ﷺ, he taught him that look, to keep the heart of the parents happy is such a big act. Asma radiallahu ta'ala anha, daughter of the elder daughter of Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, the elder sister of Sayyida Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, her mother, she had not accepted Islam and she remained a mushrika. So once her mother came to see her. So Sayyida Asma radiallahu ta'ala anha, she asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that my mother has come to see me as a guest and she's a mushrika, what's the hukam for me? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that even though she is a mushrika, she has not accepted Islam yet, but still serve them because she is your mother. So this is the beauty of the deen of Islam, that even if the parents are not Muslims, still it teaches children to respect them. وَصَاحِبُهَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. Quran says that even for a mushrik parent, you should be good with them. You should be good with them. It is said that the son is the secret of his father. There's a quotation in English. Apple does not fall far from its tree. Apple does not fall far from the tree. When the apple falls, it falls close to the tree. That means that the son is very close to the character of his father. That's why if the children of the righteous people, they don't have to make that much of an effort, and Allah Ta'ala showers a lot of blessings on that person. When you sit with your parents, so you should tell them some stories of your childhood, because when you will tell them a few stories about your childhood, then the parents will get more involved with you, and they will get a message that you have not forgotten about their favors that they have done on you when you were a child. So talk to them about your childhood. Oh, you gave me such a thing, you did such and such thing for me. And the parents will get a message that what we did to them when they were a child, they have not forgotten about those favors and they have still remembered those. If the parents are in a different city or a country, you should call them frequently and you should keep them informed. And there is another research that when the parents become old and the children come to visit them, they should not only say salam, but rather hug them and they should kiss them. This hug and kiss will develop those sort of hormones in them that they will feel closeness, and there will be positive effect of that on them. But just like a small kid, you hug them and kiss them, there will be a positive effect on a kid. Just like there is a positive effect on the parents. So not only say salam with your tongue, but also hug them and kiss their hands. This hug and kiss is their need. And there is another research. 5 languages of love for parents. And there is a deep effect on the parents of that. Number 1, words of affirmation. To say to your father, your mother, I love you. Number 2, that if you keep negative attitude to your parents, then they get hurt with that. If the children look at their parents with side of anger, or the way that they talk with anger. What do you have to do? What do you want? So the way that you talk to your parents, that way it hurts the hearts of the parents. So always, the way when you talk to them with politeness, with love, so that they get the message that my child loves me. And the third thing, when you talk to your parents, always keep an eye contact. Some children, they don't keep an eye contact. They talk to your father like they're talking to a small little kid. It is famous when some people were talking. So one young man who really was good at talking, his father came. When the father came and started participating in that discussion, the son said, "Oh father, please be quiet. Let humans talk." He did not respect his father as if he's not a human. So these sort of things, it hurts parents. You should keep an eye contact with them. When you keep an eye contact and you'll talk, then you will feel closeness. Especially when you're talking to your parents, you should talk with love and care. Actions speak louder than words. So prove it through your actions that you take care of them and you love them. There is another research that a child, when he shows laziness in the service of his parents, this laziness, the parents take it as lack of love. They don't think that he is being lazy, but rather he is only being lazy. But the parents don't take it as laziness, but rather they take it as lack of love. That, oh, my child doesn't love me, that's why he doesn't take care of us. So, never be lazy in the things that your parents ask you to do. And if there is a time of touching them, physically touching them, so for example, you have to make them sit, don't treat them roughly. It will cause them pain. So you have to treat with them kindly, softly, gently. Be grateful to your parents, especially to your mother. You should respect both of your parents and especially your mother. So one Sahabi radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulallah, who has more right from my parents over me? And he said, your mother. He again asked. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam again said, mother. He asked the third time. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, your mother. And then when he asked the fourth time, then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes, your father also has the right over you. So mother has 3 times more right than the father, because so mother deserves our good character more. If a child sees that his parents are slaves, and if he buys them and frees them up, still he cannot fulfill the rights of the parents. It's a big thing. But such an action cannot fulfill the rights of one's parents. So Sahabi, radiallahu anhu, he helped his parents at Hajj. And there was no marble on the mataf and haram. So there was not such marble that will not become hot. So it will get very hot in summers. So this Sahabi actually put the mother on his shoulders, and he was making tawaf in a way that his feet were burning. and he got boiled, and he came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said that, Ya Rasulullah, this is how I helped my mother for Hajj, that my feet were burning. Did I pay back the rights of my mother? Prophet ﷺ said, yes, when you were in the womb of your mother and it was close to your birth, then the pains that your mother felt at that time, so the one pain that she got, maybe you have given back the right of that one pain. Some old people were interviewed, 1,000 people, old people were interviewed, that what do you want to see in your children? So everybody has the same answer, that we want that our children have more patience. The young people, they are impatient. They just listen to have the things and then they give answer. When parents want that the children patiently listen to what has been said and then respond. They interviewed 1,000 people and came up with this solution that parents want that our children have more patience. In Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Bani Israel that for the kafara of their sins, they should sacrifice a cow. And also the color of the cow was told, the age was told. And when they started researching that cow, they found it with one person and he asked for a lot of price and they had to sacrifice. So they gave that price, whatever he was asking. So Mufassirin have written that such an expensive cow they bought. Why? Because that young man who has that cow, he used to respect his parents a lot, and because of his respect for the parents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his cow. And he specified that cow so that this child get the price what he wanted because he respected his parents. So that person who used to respect his parents, Allah Ta'ala made his risk easy for him. When Musa alayhi salam, Allah Ta'ala sent wahi on him, just reflect on it. That, oh my Musa alayhi salam, that whoever is disobedient to me, but he is obedient to his parents, I will write his name in the list of my obedient slaves. And whoever is my obedient, but is disobedient to his parents, I write his name in my disobedient slaves. Some young people are in a lot of they're very worried. They come to madaris and they change their life, but the parents don't support them. So these young kids are in a lot of worries. These young kids should not be rude to their parents, but be patient. So whatever parents do, they were strict, they should be patient on that, and they should make dua to Allah Ta'ala so that may Allah increase their love for Him and they leave those hardships. Sometimes young people, they are rude to their parents. They should not do that. Allah Ta'ala has given a lot of honor to parents, so they should keep that in mind. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, His pleasure is in the pleasure of the father. So there is a hadith, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so he was about to step the mimbar, he said Ameen, then he said Ameen. So one Sahabi asked, Ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that what happened today? The Prophet ﷺ said that when I was about to climb the mimbar, Jibreel alayhi salam came to me and he made 3 du'as, bad du'as, and I said Ameen to all of those 3 du'as. Now imagine, reflect, that if a mother is upset at the child, she will never give a bad du'a to her child. You know, a righteous mother can only give a bad dua to her child when it's extreme. And Prophet ﷺ was so merciful to his ummah. How could he say Ameen to a bad dua, to a bad dua? But these three things were such things that Prophet ﷺ said Ameen to these duas. What are those three duas? Jibreel alayhi salam said that, oh Prophet ﷺ, may that person be destroyed who finds the month of Ramadan and he did not get his forgiveness. Prophet ﷺ said Ameen. Why? Because in Ramadan, if a person does tawbah in Ramadan, true tawbah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never leaves that person alone. And even in this month of mercy, a person does not get his forgiveness, that he is a wretched man. So Prophet ﷺ said Ameen to this dua. And the second dua, Jibreel alayhi salam said that may that person be destroyed, that who finds his parents in old age and he did not serve them and got his forgiveness. Prophet ﷺ said Ameen. And the third bad dua that Sayyidina Ibrahim said that may that the person destroyed, that in front of him your name is mentioned. Prophet's name is mentioned, he does not send durood on the Prophet. So imagine that getting your parents in your old age and not getting your forgiveness from Allah, what a big thing is that. There is a hadith. There are three types of people. Allah Ta'ala will not look at them with the sight of His mercy. And the three sinners will be such that Allah Ta'ala will not even want to look at their face. One of them would be who is disobedient to his parents. Allah Ta'ala will not even want to look at his face. That is such a sinner. There is a hadith that 4 people will enter enter paradise. And it's not that they will spend some time in hellfire and then they will be punished and taken out. No. That they will never enter paradise. One who takes interest. 2, one who drinks alcohol. 3, who takes the wealth of yatim. Number 4, disobedient to one's parents. These 4 people will never enter paradise. Allah Ta'ala has sent curse on 7 types of people. And one of them is those who is disobedient to his parents. Allah Ta'ala has cursed that person. Some sins are such that they are punished in the hereafter. The disobedience of parents is such a sin that you get punishment in the akhirat, but Allah Ta'ala also punishes that person in the dunya. You know, people cannot be saved from that punishment in the dunya as well. Listen to another research. 8 things not to do. Those 8 things that the parents get very hurt with that. You should not do that. Number 1. So when the son is talking to his father, how can you not remember that? So you talk to him like that. Don't say these sort of words. Because of the old age that he might have had memory loss, it's not in his control to remember things. If you make them realize that, then feel bad about it. Never say to your parent, how come did you not remember that? Second thing, to say to them, you could do that if you tried. That if you just make a little bit of struggle, you could have done that. Don't say to your parents. You don't have to advise them because they feel hurt. Our Hazrat Rahmatullah Alayhi used to say that old age is such a sickness that person can't even tell that where I'm feeling pain. Because sometimes the whole body is in pain. So much so that a person is sitting and he wants that he turn on the lights, but he does not have this much strength to get up and turn on the light, to switch on the light. But because of the old age, you can't even do that. So if the child says to his parents that if you could have made a little bit of struggle, you could have done that, the parents feel bad about that. Should not say that. Another sentence, I showed you yesterday how to use this machine. If there is a machine of the kitchen or cell phone or something like that, you have told it to your father, to your parents, and then he asks again, don't say that I showed you yesterday how to use this machine. They forget. So, if they ask you again, tell them again. Another sentence, Dad, you already told me that. Sometimes parents, they say something and they forget that I've already told him, and they say it again. So the children, they feel bad about it. Oh, you've already told me that. Well, if they have told you, if they've said it again, so what's the big deal about that? You just listen to that. In English culture, the young children, they say strange things in front of their parents. It's written in the research that when they interviewed those 1,000 old people, they said that we feel very bad with this thing, that I want your property after you die. We felt very bad with this sentence of the children. So parents, they feel bad that they don't have a connection with me, but they want my property. So the Muslim children, they normally don't talk like that unless he's a very evil child. But in Western culture, they actually talk like that. Many times, old people, they confuse the names of the children because it's difficult for them to remember the names. So they will they will change the name. So don't feel bad about it. Don't show it to your parents. That we have already told you that my child's name is such, and why are you taking a different name? Well, again, they're old. They forget it and they say some similar name. That's not a big deal. So don't behave rudely with them for that. And the last point of the research, that don't blame your parents. That it happened because of you, and that happened because of this. You did such and such, that's why this has happened. But don't blame your parents in their old age because they feel bad about that. They feel hurt. If you get an opportunity to spend wealth on your parents, then you should take it as your good fortune. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me this fortune that I spend on my parents, even either for their treatment or for fulfilling their needs. This is your fortune. You should spend, and you should think that they have accepted your service. It's not about wealth. There are some emotions tied. They are more important. So there is a story that the young man, he thought that my parents live far. Let me take a bouquet of flowers and I will send it to them through post, and when they will find the flowers and my name would be written, and they'll feel good about that. So now this young man, he went to the shop to get the flowers. So he bought a bouquet that I'll send this to my parents. And when he was about to come out, he saw a small little girl who was 3-4 years old. She was crying. So this person asked that small girl, why are you crying? She said that I want to give flower to my mother. but that bouquet cost $2 and I only have $1. So I cannot buy that bouquet, so that's why I'm crying. So this young man said, don't worry, I'll give you $1. You can go and give it to your mother. So the girl, she got very happy and she bought that bouquet of the flowers. So when the daughter got, that girl got the flowers and both of them were to go out, so the man asked the small little girl, where are you going? I'll take you. So she said, alright, you can drop me off. So this young man, he made the girl sit with him in the car. So this girl, she said to go outside the city. So they continued driving until they came to a graveyard. So this girl, she came out of the car and she went on to a grave and he put those flowers on that grave. And he said that she is my mother, she has passed away a few days ago. So whenever I get some money, I buy flowers and I put it on the grave of my mother. So this girl said, so this man, he started thinking that look, I was about to send flowers to my parents through post and this small little girl has come by herself to on the grave of her mother. She's better than me. I should take the flowers myself and should take it to my parents. So then he drove for 200 miles and he gave the flowers to his parents by himself and the parents made dua for him. So you should spend money and also you should express love so that they feel happy. Some parents, some young people, they get into these sort of issues that they behave rudely with their parents. And our experience is that they are those people who have affairs, these worldly affairs, romantic affairs, and their wives, they make them enemies of his parents, and the way that they deal with their parents like they're treating an enemy. This is insanity. That because of your wife, you break your connection with your parents. This is insanity, it's very bad. You always keep it in your mind that any child who will respect and honor his parents, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him such children who will respect him. This is 100% true. That whoever respects and serves his parents, Allah ta'ala will give him such children who will serve and respect him. And if he hurts his parents, then Allah ta'ala will give him such children who will hurt him. And that the punishment of the disobedience of the parents, it will come in the akhirat and will also come in the dunya. Somebody who was close, was a doctor. He said that, Hazrat, I'll tell you my story. He said, alright, tell. He said that in our hospital, a Bedouin, a boy from village, he came, was very strong, but he had such a disease that every once in a while he would feel as if my throat has been pressed, and he would start crying, he would start shouting, oh save me, I'm feeling pain. So doctor, he said that when I saw him crying, that I felt had a soft corner for him. So I started diagnosing his sickness all day long. I spent time on him and I tried to find out what's wrong with him, to give him medicine. In the evening, his father came to see him. And when the father came and he saw that I'm taking care of that child very well, and also I'm telling to the staff that, check him this, give him that, I'm giving him a VIP treatment. So the father said that you should not spend this much of an effort for this young man. So this doctor said, why not? So the father said, because this is something that he has done by himself. So the doctor said, what has he done? So he said he had a love marriage, and that wife of his was not a good girl, and his mother used to advise him that, the character of your wife is not good, where are you spending your life? And he was in such deep love with his wife that he would scold his mother that don't say such and such things to my wife. And at the end he started saying that, oh my mother, if you say such and such thing to my wife, I will press your throat. So because the son used to say to his mother that I'll press your throat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because of that sin, Allah ta'ala punished him, that he gets such a punishment that his throat as if it would get pressed. May Allah Ta'ala allow us to honor and respect and serve our parents and make their hearts pleased. And may Allah Ta'ala also give our parents the life of deen, so that they don't become a hurdle in our deen. They become our supporters and make dua for us, so that because of their duas, Allah Ta'ala forgive our sins. So one young man came to the Prophet ﷺ and said that, Ya Rasulullah, I have committed a big crime, big sin. Oh beloved of Allah ﷺ, I have committed a big sin. The Prophet ﷺ said, is your mother alive? He said, no, my mother has passed away. The Prophet ﷺ said, is your khala, your aunt, she is alive? He said, yes, she is. The Prophet ﷺ said, go to your aunt, to your khala, and ask her to make dua for you, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you or even your big sins. Just imagine that if the dua of the sister of your mother is accepted, then what about the dua of the mother? So the fortunate are those young people fortunate are those young men who get the fortune of serving their parents in their young age. May Allah Ta'ala allow us to serve our parents, and the people who don't respect their parents, we make dua that they do tawbah from the sins, so they are saved from the punishment of the dunya and the akhirat. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Let's practice that for some time. Close your eyes, just hook up with Allah Ta'ala. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Make dua. Subhan Rabbi al-A'la al-Wahhab. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma anta as-salam wa minka as-salam. Tabarakta ya dhul jalali wal ikram. Oh Allah, please forgive all of our sins, the major and the minor. Ya Allah, those sins that we have done during the day. Ya Allah, the sins that we have done during the night. Ya Allah, those du'as that we have done in the gatherings. Ya Allah, those sins that we have done in isolation. Ya Allah, please forgive all of those. Ya Allah, those sins that we have done intentionally, and those sins that we have done without intention. Ya Allah, those sins that we know, we remember. Ya Allah, those sins that we did and we forgotten about that, please forgive those. Oh Allah, outwardly we are the slave, we are abd, and in reality we are filth. Ya Allah, in reality we are filth. Ya Allah, outwardly we are humans, in reality we are animals. Ya Allah, please remove the filth of our hearts. Ya Allah, please fill our hearts with with the light of your love. Ya Allah, we have come so far. Ya Allah, we have come very late. Ya Allah, we have come with a lot of hope. Ya Allah, people, your righteous people, Ya Allah, they come with a lot of good actions. Ya Allah, we are those people who have come with sin. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman Rahim, we have come at your door. Please don't push us back. Ya Allah, please don't repel us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we have seen the beggars of the dunya. If they don't find it from one door, he goes to another door, goes to the third door. Ya Allah, he doesn't have an issue. Ya Allah, issue is ours. That, Ya Allah, we have only one door, that's yours, Ya Allah. Ya Rahman Rahimeen, please always give us from your door. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, save us from going to different doors. Ya Allah, please save us from going in different doors. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, your beloved Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has said, this is the only door. The Prophet came to that door. Ya Allah, everybody Ya Allah, came to this door. Ya Allah, we're also going to get from this door. Ya Allah, please give us from your door. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, look at us with one sight of love. Ya Allah, one sight is enough to change our lives. Ya Allah, if you look at us with one sight of love, Ya Allah, it will fix our lives. Ya Rahimeen, please look at us with one sight of love, Ya Allah. Please look at us with one sight of love. Ya Allah, we're so scared, Ya Allah, asking dua. Ya Allah, what if you say and look at your actions? How can you have hope of my mercy? Ya Allah, you could have said that my mercy used to fall on Bilal. Ya Allah, we know we are sinners. We know we are sinners. Ya Allah, but we have come to your door. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, give us from your door. Ya Allah, please look at us with one sight of mercy. Ya Allah, we are like that shepherd who said that, Ya Allah, that forgive me. And even if you don't want to forgive, still forgive me. Ya Allah, please forgive us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, even if you don't want to forgive, still forgive us, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please forgive us. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have seen in Ramadan that people spread things amongst the poor people in Ramadan. Ya Allah, we have also come to your door. Ya Allah, please give us, Ya Allah, charity as a Ramadan package. Ya Allah, please give us tawfiq to serve our parents. Ya Allah, we absolutely forgot. Ya Allah, the way that we should serve our parents, we did not serve our parents like that. Ya Allah, please give us tawfiq to serve our parents. Ya Allah, please save us from the calamities of our children. Please save us from the sadness of our children. Please save us from the worries of our children. Ya Allah, when the children becomes young, Ya Allah, talk back. Ya Allah, how saddening is to the hearts of the parents. Ya Allah, please save us from the worries of our children. Ya Allah, please save us from the worries of our children. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, anybody who wants male children, please give them righteous male children. Ya Allah, whoever have children, Ya Allah, please give them children. Please make them obedient to their parents. Please make them the coolness of the eyes of their parents. Ya Allah, please give us your closeness, your hope, your pleasure, your contentment. Ya Allah, we have come here. Ya Allah, please accept our coming. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we don't feel bad about that person who goes to another door and doesn't get anything. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, we have come to your door. Ya Allah, our parents, Ya Allah, they taught us kalima. Ya Allah, they taught us ilm. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, if you throw us into the fire, Ya Allah, there cannot be a more wretched person than that. Ya Rahman Rahimi, please save us from being wretched, Ya Allah. Save us from being wretched, Ya Allah. Please save us from being wretched, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please save us from the fire. Ya Allah, please give us paradise. Ya Rahman Rahimi, these are the last 10 days of Ramadan. Ya Allah, people are freed from the fire. Ya Allah, please also make decision for us tonight that we are freed from fire. Allah, please make these judgment. Please, Ya Allah, save us from fire. Ya Allah, please give us paradise. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, please, Ya Allah, show us the vision of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Please give us, Ya Allah, water from House of Kawthar from his hands. Ya Allah, please give us his intercession. Ya Allah. Please, Ya Allah, give us his company in paradise. Ya Allah. Please allow us, give us tawfiq to follow his sunnah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Please, we don't know how to beg. Ya Allah, give us without asking. Ya Allah. Please, all of the Shaykh, our relatives who have already passed, please forgive them. Allah, if you have forgiven them, Ya Allah, increase their darajat, their ranks, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Please, Ya Allah, please count us amongst your righteous slaves, the way that you want us to be like, please make us that, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, even if we don't want, Ya Allah, please force us that we become righteous, Ya Allah. Ya Allah. Ya Allah, whatever we have asked, please give us, please. What we should have asked, didn't ask, please give us that as well. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.